Welcome to the first installment of the DR100. Woo! I almost fell over. These trainers are pretty easy to fall on. I'm your host. I'm the host. Steve's the host. He's in the middle. Yep. So we're going to do 5-minute intervals here. First is just a 5-minute warm-up. Just being comfortable in your saddle. You've ate too much turkey over Thanksgiving, Christmas, but it's now after New Year's. Hopefully we'll help you keep with that New Year's resolution. So right now we're just sitting there at a nice slow pace, you know, probably about 80 cycles a minute or so, 80 RPMs. Just trying to just feel comfortable back in your saddle. Really work on your technique of how you want to do cycling, because think about how many repetitions in your muscle memory. So if you learn wrong now when you're just on the trainer, when you get on the road, it's going to be magnified just that much more. So go ahead and really try to hone in on exactly how you want your foot placed, how you want your legs coming up and down. I have a bad habit of sticking my right foot out like that, and I don't know where I developed that, but after cycling, you know, hundreds of miles and doing it wrong and not realizing it on the open road, I got on my Kyler here, got on my trainer, and I noticed, hey, that's a really bad habit. So I've been really working on trying to do that, trying to get out of that habit. So again, just feel comfortable on the bike right now. At 5 minutes, we're not going to do a sprint because I've just got it on 5-minute intervals, but then we'll try and pick it up just a little bit. So right now, we're probably about, like I said, 80 RPMs, and we're going to kick it up to just say, you know, 90, 95, maybe even 100 RPMs. World class cyclists, one thing that Lance Armstrong boasted about was that his RPMs always remain very high. And when you do that, you actually fatigue slower, rather than pushing all your big muscle groups really hard. You keep them at a faster pace, and so you use more of your slow twitch muscle fibers, which are more for your endurance, less for your sprinting. So that's what we work on when you have higher RPMs. Putting you in a bike lane, but having okay, there's 5 minutes. So go ahead, we're going to pick up the RPMs just a little bit. 5. Alright.
Take your time to get your drop too. Once you got aero bars, you don't know.
So, yeah, again, it gives us this nice big shoulder to ride on, so that you don't have to worry about as you can tell from all of us, even with the wind things going, still sweating quite a bit. Don't have that nice wind in your face. This is nice climate control room. Hey Steve, what's the temperature here?
Temperature is a nice 65 degrees.
Nice.
So, thanks to Countryside, have letting us use this facility. It's really nice.
Yep.
Hey Rob,
Yeah.
you probably know biking better than any of the three here. can you talk to us a little bit about pedal stroke and how you want to perform your stroke as you're
Stroking of aero here?
Yeah, sure. All right, we're now into one of our interval segments. So we're basically, with a lot of indoor trainer workouts, I mean, it's great to have friends to ride with, because they'll get you out there and help you pass the time. But a lot of you are at home working on this by yourself, and it's not as much fun as riding out in the open country. So it's really good to do some change up, you know, things to break up the monotony of just riding inside. So what Joel has us doing is every 5 minutes we increase our cadence from 80 RPM to 100, do a little bit of interval workout. That helps, you know, shake out our muscles, start to work on our lactic threshold. But Joel asked me to talk about pedal stroke, which is something that when you're doing the indoor trainer workout, you've got time to really work on and focus on your technique. A lot of times I get out there on the road and I've gone too far or the hill's too high and it's hard to keep on going. So I just focus on form, and you know, mentally at least that gets me through a little bit. But what you want to do with pedal stroke is make sure you've got nice, round, fluid strokes. You don't just want to hammer straight down with one leg and hammer down with the other. You want to make sure that you're pushing down, pulling through the bottom of the turn. A good analogy would be like if you're scraping mud off of your shoe, you feel like there's some mud on the toe of your shoe. For that back part of the stroke, oh, like now,
Lifetime fitness point.
yeah. And then kicking over. This helps develop your whole leg. Leg's got a lot of muscles in it. Muscles to get you where you're going. So if you work on your pedal stroke, now that's one of the beauties of being on rollers like Joel and I are. Because if our pedal stroke isn't very smooth, we're going to be jerking all around and probably fall off. You know, Steve has to really concentrate on his pedal stroke because the rear triangle of his bike is locked in, but he's got to just maintain a smooth focus. Now, a really easy way to work on your pedal stroke is just to increase your cadence a whole lot. Because if you've got any bad habits, they'll greatly be exaggerated by your increased cadence. So you can do that a little bit. You see my bike jerking around. I want to kind of stabilize it so it's nice and smooth. So that's what you need to work on pedal stroke.